So as promised, part 2 of the kids' school Valentines is here. Let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel where we do DIY projects, crafts, and some organization, but all on a budget. Check out today's video. I'm going to use this heart that I used for another one, and I'm just going to trim it down so it's a little smaller. Then I'm going to trace it onto the black paper. Now that we have our heart cut out, basically this one's going to have a bouncy ball. I'm going to try and make it be like space. So it's going to have the saying, "You're out of this world, Valentine." Now I'm going to go ahead and decorate a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of put some dots and a couple planets. These will be like the little stars out in outer space. This is going to be a little difficult. A lot of times they recommend you cutting it, but I'm going to see if I can put the whole ball in there because I think kids would really like to have a whole ball rather than just part of a ball. So let's see if I can be successful. Otherwise, the alternative is to just always cut it down halfway. So I'm tracing around the ball just to get a rough idea of how big it needs to be. And then I'm cutting out the circle that I had traced for the ball. Once I get this cut out, I'm going to go ahead and wiggle the ball in there. But I didn't have enough space. I was going to rip the paper. So I went back in and I trimmed a little bit more off. Then I just slowly wiggled back and forth with the ball till it fit snugly into the paper. This way it didn't rip the paper, but it stayed firm in there so it wasn't going to pop out. Alright, so there's the final project. I think that's really cute. For this next project, I'm going to use Anita's all-purpose acrylic paint in red and white. I'm just going to paint the clothespin all red, and then later, once it's dried, I'll go ahead and put polka dots. You don't have to paint the clothespin. I just think this is a fun part, and it's an easy part for children to do with you if they want to be involved. So while we're waiting for the clothespin to dry, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to be doing with the regular clothespin. You're gonna want a little like mini M&M packet or Skittles packet, something like that that you can get. I didn't have one, so I'm going to use this. You'll want 2 stickers. You can do round stickers. I'm going to do heart stickers, and I'm going to draw some eyes and a smile on them. You can get the wobbly eyes and glue them on. I think they have them at the Dollar Tree. And we're going to draw a little smile on this guy because he's happy. Here I have a chenille wire that I cut in fourths. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the end around the end of a paintbrush so it has a little bit of a curl, just because I think it's cute this way. So next I'm going to trace where the clothespin lays on the back heart, which does not have the face. So now I'm going to cut that part off. Next I'm just going to peel the backing off and stick the antennas on. We can stick this front on, and this is going to hold those antennas in together. And then you can take and stick it on your clothespin because you left that cut out for the clothespin. Voila! Then you take your candy packet, which is going to be my black piece of paper, and you just scrunch it in here. So now it has wings. We have one more that I want to do with my daughter. So for this project, you're going to want some crayons, and if you have broken ones, definitely use those. We didn't have very many broken ones, so I had to break open a new pack. As a warning, not all crayons melt equally, so you'll definitely want Crayola if you want the best results. Take off all the paper. Next, you're going to want a sharp object that can really make tiny pieces out of the crayons.
We're going to be working with crayons, and we're going to melt them. Now we're going to make these heart shapes. Do you see that? Okay? Okay. So my mom is cutting them. See all these different piles of them, of course.
Here you can see our little piles of colors, and my daughter and I just filled up our trays. She put random colors in each one, which turned out really cool in the end, and I went ahead and I put similar colors in each one, which also turned out really cool. Here I prepared a tray up close so you could see, but I'm really filling them full. Even if they're kind of going over, that's okay because everything's going to settle as it melts, and it's going to fill in those gaps, so you're really going to need the trays really full if you want full hearts in the end. I put the molds in the oven at 200 degrees for about 15 minutes. Once everything had melted down, I set it out to dry, and the next morning I went ahead and I popped them out of their molds. You just have to push on the back and gradually they pop out. Now I'm going to take these worlds that I had printed out. Here I'm taking the cardstock and I'm folding it in half the widthways. Then I open it back up, and in each half I fold in half again, this time lengthwise. Then I'm going to cut off one section, which would be a fourth of the original cardstock we started with. And I'm going to fold that in half the widthwise. So I'm going to have 2 cards here. I'm going to write a little message on there. This one I'm going to write, "You color my world, Valentine." Then using a glue stick, I'm just going to glue the world print off onto the card. And then since the crayons are wax, I'm going to hot glue that onto the world. Here's a look at the finished projects. I hope you guys enjoyed and give them a shot. Let me know which one's your favorite in the comments below. I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye-bye!